final. The Black Ferns rugby team have not only shown us a brand of rugby not so well recognised before then now, but they've also helped to elevate women's rugby in the hearts and minds of supporters all over Aotearoa and throughout the world. Tomorrow marks one of the largest sporting events of their lives and in front of one of the largest crowds in women's rugby and women's sporting history. A player who embraces all that this event has to offer is 7s and 15 star Stacey Fluhler from Ngai Tūhoe. Tēnā koe ahoa, thank you for joining us only one day out from the World Cup final.
Kia ora, Neil. Yeah, can't believe it. It's going to be a massive game and we're so excited, especially after last weekend's performance.
Oh, we're excited too. We're going to talk about France game in just a moment. I just want to play this short clip of your close mate Ruby Tui from yesterday, which is poignant given the fight you have also had to work through.
It's cool though, right? Like, so we met 2010 and just imagine this. Nobody knows who the Black Ferns are. Nobody knows what they look like. Nobody follows women's rugby. We're told you will never be paid. We're told we're not giving you Eden Park for the World Cup. We'll give you somewhere that holds 5,000 because you're not going to sell it out. We're told women's rugby doesn't matter. And then here we are 12 years later. Eden Park's sold out, bro.
So nothing's changed, just kidding. How does that make you feel knowing you've been a part of breaking barriers, especially ahead of tomorrow's game?
Yeah, that's spine tingling, Neil. Like, I get a big smile on my face, I suppose. Like she said, 12 years later, and we've managed to do it. We've broken so many barriers. We've shown that Wahine Toa can play rugby and play good rugby. We can put out good performances. So, yeah, it's special being a part of this legacy, this journey. And I'm just excited to see where it can go in the future, to be honest.
Yeah, I just want to correct you, Stacey. It's better than good rugby. It's better than good rugby. Now, let's quickly have a look at last week's French game. What were you thinking, feeling, as they were lining up that penalty that, if successful, would have taken them through to the final?
Yeah, my first thoughts when they got the penalty was, how can we lose like this? This isn't the way I played it. I wanted it to play out. I was sulking on the side. I didn't watch the kick. My head was down. I was shaking my head. I was so gutted. And then it wasn't until the crowd cheered and were up on their feet that I turned my head to the goalpost and I seen the ball falling into Kennedy Simon's hands. And to be honest, I've never been from extreme disappointment to extreme happiness within seconds. Like, it was a crazy feeling. And all I can remember was get in the ruck. You're back, but you have to be a forward right now. We have to secure that ball. And we have to kick it out as soon as we can because, yeah, it was such a close game, man. It's definitely something I'm never, ever going to forget.
Look, what's meant to be is what's meant to be. The excitement was culpable. I'm not an emotional guy, but I too was feeling a little emotional for you guys, for all of us, but it's an 80-minute game. And that's just the way things happen. What did it feel after the match knowing that you were heading... Now, I know you've done this before, but at this point, at Eden Park, you were heading to a World Cup final.
Yeah, a lot of emotions. Now, maybe a sense of relief. There was a sense of happiness and definitely a sense of excitement to know that we were making it to the World Cup final. I actually cried after the game, and I've never, ever cried. Just because, you know, that's how much it meant to me, the passion and the love that we have for this game, playing in front of our whānau and friends here on home soil. It's exciting, and I suppose the one thing that I can think about is we didn't play the perfect match last weekend. We had a lot of errors, and, you know, we need to tidy up on that if we want to come up against England, because they're on a 30-game winning streak, and they've been playing some awesome rugby. They're at the top of their game, so we need to do our best to stay in the grind the full 80 minutes, because like last weekend, you never know what the score's going to be at 78 minutes or 79 minutes.
And what are you looking forward to the most coming into tomorrow's final? What are you most excited about?
I'm excited for the amazing crowd. It's a sellout. It's going to be so loud. I can't wait to see those boy twirling in the crowd. Can't wait to see all our family and friends screaming at the top of their lungs. I know it's going to be an amazing game. And the team who comes out on top, you know, I suppose everyone can be proud of their efforts for what they've done over these past 6 weeks and showcasing that women's rugby is amazing and that we can play the game just as well as the men, if not better sometimes.
And you come in as the underdogs, which is great, but you're in front of your home crowd. When do you flick the switch? When do you change from being Stacey Fluhler to Stacey the Black Fern? When are you ready to go and do the work for your sisters, for your family and for your country?
Yeah, Sir Graham Henry always talks about not playing the game too early. So today, tomorrow morning, it's all about not thinking about it. My switch flips usually on the way to the venue. So I'm on the bus, I'm listening to my music. I'm a bit of a slow jam to kind of get the heart rate down and get the mind ready. So when I go into that changing room, it's all about preparing mentally, but not overthinking it. It's like, well, you've got to treat it as if it's just another rugby game.
Yep.
Yes, it's a World Cup final, but if you can get on top of that mental toughness and have the right attitude leading into a final game, then that's what you can do. And we always talk about controlling the controllables. Don't worry about what England's doing. Don't worry about what your friend's doing. It's all about your own process. Follow that process and don't worry about the outcome. You just got to do what you got to do on the field. As long as you're doing your core role right, then everything happens for a reason, and hopefully we can get that done.
Black Ferns Stacey Fluhler, thank you again for joining us today. Privileged to be talking with you this close to the test. So proud of you and this team. We wish you great success for what's been an incredible journey as you head into the World Cup final tomorrow. E haru taku toi te toa takitahi engari he toa takitini. Aotearoa is standing with you and the rest of the team. E hoa, go well.
Thank you, Neil, and we appreciate all the support that everyone has given. The awhi, the aroha, everything, it definitely helps us. We'll be going out there and playing for you all.